This is Passion with Dr. Lori Bettito on Montreal's News Talk Leader, CJAD 800.
Have you ever dated your best friend's ex? If you have, and it worked out or didn't work out, we want to hear from you. 514-790-0991. Talking here with Frank Kermit. It's our monthly featured dating dilemmas where we pick a dating dilemma to discuss at length. And Frank joins me every month as well. He's a coach, a dating coach. He's written many books on the subject to his website, franktalks.com. So can we talk about the secrecy of it? Like, let's say you are interested in the ex of a friend of yours. When do you make the decision not to say or to say? Like, what if it doesn't pan out? What if, I don't know. Like, where's the line there of honesty?
Here's where I draw the line. Number one, if you do have an interest in your friend's ex, don't be your friend's therapist. Because that's where I feel it's unethical. Don't sit there holding your friend's hand saying it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay.
Or what a jerk, or what a this, and then go off and
exactly.
pursue them.
That's what I believe is unethical. If you're going to be interested in dating the other person, your friend will have other people to rely on. And this is where if you step in there and be near it and so on and go out, that's where a lot of anger is going to come from, because that's a betrayal of trust.
Right.
Okay?
Yes, I would see that.
So that's the first thing. Number two, should you date in secret? In my opinion, depending on the type of relationships, I think relationships are nobody else's business. I always encourage people to date in secret, protect one another's reputation. You start seeing someone, well, you're seeing someone. You don't have to announce it to the world. And the fact is, you might date 3 or 4 times. It doesn't work out. You might have sex. So it still doesn't work out. You don't need to tell the world who you've been with and all the details of your dates.
Well, I think it's important if it becomes serious. Certainly that's a different situation. Right?
Once it becomes serious and you're going to publicly be a couple, well, yeah, you better let everybody know, okay, you can go on Facebook now and say, I'm in a relationship with this person.
But that might come as a complete and utter shock to people who... if it's your close friend's ex, for example. Like, how do you maintain... See, to me, that's still a betrayal. Because if I'm maintaining a friendship with my friend and we're still talking regularly and getting together, and here I have this information that I'm dating her ex-husband or whatever, and I'm not sharing that information, when she finds out, she's going to be like, what? We've been talking for all these months, or we've been getting together, and you never mentioned it once? What kind of a friend are you?
Well, the fact is, friendship doesn't necessarily dictate you're going to share all your secrets. And this is...
This is a biggie. Like, Frank, come on. This is a biggie.
Well, hold on. If we're talking about setting up a relationship where the two of them want to build a future together, and that's why now they're going public with it, look, people might end up finding out, oh, wow, I didn't know that the two of you were dating. I'm really hurt that I wasn't let in. The fact is, they may have a lot of reasons to keep it secret, and I think that's a good idea. I once worked with somebody in a large company that was dating someone in the different department of this large company. They kept it secret for years.
That I can understand, in the context of work and what have you. But, there's no betrayal there. You're not betraying anybody.
But there was a betrayal, because throughout that entire time that I'm talking to this guy, and we're talking about girls, we're talking about this, he never once mentioned that he was dating one of our coworkers.
Okay.
And when it was announced, he announced it when they had gotten engaged. Now they got engaged. Now they're going to go public with it. He comes up to me afterwards and says, listen, there's something I want to tell you. And, I'm engaged. I said, oh, fantastic. Wow, I didn't even know you were dating anybody seriously. Who is it? Well, it turns out it's the coworker. Sure, I felt bad. I felt hurt, but I understood the situation that they can't let anybody know because they work together and they didn't want to make it awkward.
But that's different. That's not your friend. It's not the same investment.
To what? And then I think that's the point we were making earlier. To what degree of the friendship?
Right.
When I was with him, he was a coworker. We hung out a few times, had a few beers, but obviously he didn't see me as a really close friend that he could share this with.
Right.
Okay. Now, if you're talking about someone that you're really that close with,
yes,
I still say that your number one priority is to build a future with someone, and depending on how important that friendship is.
Well, that's it. I think you have to weigh and understand the risk that you do, even if the romance doesn't work out, that friendship may be gone for good, or those family ties may be gone for good. So you really need to weigh this stuff out.
Absolutely.
I mean, to me, it's a very dicey, skating on thin ice kind of issue, in my opinion. Frank, thanks so much for being with us tonight.
It was great, Dr. Laurie. I can't wait to do it again.
We'll do it again next month, absolutely. Thank you to Mike Babbins in Master Control. Thanks to all of you for tuning in, and for those of you that called in. If you want to reach me, Passion at CJAD.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at Dr. Laurie Sex Talk, or join our Facebook group, Passion with Dr. Laurie. News is coming up next, and then your comedy show with your wonderful host, Joey Elias. Have a great rest of the evening, and remember, life is short, so make sure you take the time to smell the flowers and indulge your passions.
From Loser to Seducer is the story of Frank B. Kerman. This book marks the triumph of a nice guy over most of his inner demons. This includes going from being a loser to managing 5 lovers at the same time, his first Valentine's date with 2 women at the same time, and getting back the one that got away. Want to learn how you can change your life? Buy this book at franktalks.com.